Okay, so now I'm making the co-host, correct?
Let's quickly hold on. I just want to quickly make you host, and then yes, you can
Okay,
make me
might be an
co-host.
idea. Sorry.
Yeah, let's hold
Sorry.
on. There we go. Perfect. So now I can make me co-host quick, and then I'll let everyone in.
There
Perfect.
you
Thank
go.
you.
It's out the way. Just going to minimize that. There we are. Righty. Okay, 2 o'clock, then we can start. Okay, right. We've got a very important United States US fundamental coming out called the non-farm payrolls or the monthly jobs report. Not always, but most of the time, it's the first Friday each month. Next month, it'll be at 3:30, not 2:30, because the clock changes in New York. Just bear that in mind. Anyway, that brings it discussing today's non-farm payrolls, and it is closely watched the world over in the financial markets because it gives a clear indication of lack of in the United States and has a knock-on effect throughout the world's economies. So whether you're in Australia, it's supposed to be the middle of the night or in the first thing in the morning somewhere else, most guys will be up to tune in for this. So just bear in mind, this is a very important fundamental. Will be released at 2:30. The expected is 180,000 jobs will be added. Now, if it's the same, we tend to get a bit of an up and down movement, which is a pain in the backside, to be quite brutally honest. We don't want it to be the same. For the purpose of trading, what we want is to be a differential. Not always, depends on the reaction after the event, the data is released. If the data is released, okay. Sorry, Clint, I'm such a habit of clicking it. I forgot you're doing it now. That's why I suddenly lost my thread.
No problem.
Okay. After the event is the data is released at 2:30, there might be a little bit of movement. There might be a large jump depending on the differential. Whether we get right, it's going to be better or worse. Is even that's not really the point. Is how the market emotions, because there's millions of people involved in this, and each one has a different emotional take. So we don't really know the extent of the movement or not. So there's no such thing as a guaranteed freebie on this one. However, we have had some success, quite a lot, in fact, of taking advantage of the release. We don't know whether the market's going to shoot up or down. We have no idea, or might do neither. Okay. If it shoots up, we want to do something called put a buy stop above the market. And we also want to put a sell stop below the market in case the opposite occurs. Now it's about the dollar. I have a trading room, as I mentioned, and we do a little bit of democracy again today. And the majority says this particular time we're going to use, as for our example in this particular session, the dollar yen. People have done it before, can do the euro dollar or the AUD dollar, the pound dollar. I suggest you don't do the Canadian because they're fairly similar, and the Swiss franc is a slightly different entity involved there. So if you want to do the euro dollar or something else, that's up to you, but make sure it will be affected by the dollar. Don't do the euro GBP or something like that. Okay. Right. Remember, it go in opposite directions because the base currency is what's about. If it's the dollar yen and it's good for the dollar, it'll go up. The euro dollar would go down because the euro is the base currency. So dollar strength to make sure the line goes down. So don't get confused on that. Right. So how do we do the mechanics of the trade? It's not particularly complicated, but if you've never seen it before, it might seem so, but it isn't. Just to relax and see, make sure hopefully you can understand it. I have got time now to do it a couple of times to make sure you've grasped it. I'm going to show you how it's done, but you won't be placing the order as yet because the two orders we do not want to get filled until the release of the data. So if you put it in too early and it's slow down a heck of a lot, it will do. Very little trade is going on, but it is a bit going on. Some people don't even know about it. There's always people that don't know about it. It's always going to be some sort of movement. Okay, so we don't want suddenly just before the release the buy or the sell or pending orders to be filled because then that's not going to work for you. So don't put in yet. I just want to show how it works. Okay, I hope you've all got that. Right. So what you do is go to the dollar yen and put it on the 15-minute and zoom out a bit so you can see what's going on. No more, no less. Okay. Once you can see what's going on, then you go to the dollar yen and you go and open up a new tab for a new order. You can do what you like, Marcus. You do what you like. I'm using this because the guys did euro dollar last time. Do this one. If you want to do the euro dollar, you want to do the NAS, the Dow, you want to do gold. That's entirely up to you. Not the Brent and not non-dollar related currencies. Okay, preferably not the Swiss or the Canadian. Okay, right. Where were we? Okay. Yeah. Now, first of all, you're going to put it 10 pips above. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go into classes before you come here. This shouldn't be your first trade. You've got to know how to operate the platform and you've got to know what a pip is. If you don't, then I'll be honest, this is not going to be for you. Those basics got to be understood first. Okay, you don't learn how to drive once you're on the road driving the car. You learn that before you drive the car. Okay, so you tend to get to pending order and you change the pending order to a buy stop. Got that? Buy stop. And you put the volume in. Now, I work on the basis of 80 pips per 0.01. So I get people always me, what volume should I put in? Well, just think a minute. How many people got now? 50, 60 people and climbing. How would I know? One guy might have 10,000, one guy might have 20,000, one guy might have 100,000, one guy about 5,000. It depends on what you're prepared to risk on this. Okay. So 80 rand per 0.01 and then extrapolate it from there. Okay. That's the volumes for you. So you put in the volume. Let's see. I'll stick to 0.1 is already up there. I'm happy with that. Okay. And then I'm going to put a price in above the market. Well, if it's a buy stop, I'm putting it above the buy price. That's clearly 150.23. Obviously, ignore the point and after that. That's 1 pip there. 10 pips above that's going to be 150.33. So I put that in. And then I place the order. Now I'm just going to move that up a bit. And then I'm going to right click, go to my trade levels there, 2/3 of the way down and click on it. I see it there. Okay. So far, so good. Put it down a bit there. Right. Then I'm going back to the dollar yen. Okay. Then I'm going to go to market execution and change it to the pending order. But this time, not a buy stop. I'm going to put in a sell stop. Okay. Check the volume. That's fine. You don't want different volumes. Should default. So that shouldn't be a problem. But don't have different volumes. Okay. Same volume for each trade. Now, this time you're going to put the price below the sell price, 10 pips. So that's 16 minus 10 is obviously 06. You put in 150.06. Once you've done that, you place the order. Now you've got one above and one below. Right. You notice that you put a stop loss or TP. This is not a normal trade. If you're already short or long on the dollar yen, that's completely separate. This is a trade where we're doing what's called a straddle trade, and we're trying to take, hopefully, advantage of this non-farm payroll release. Okay, so once the data comes out, if in the first, I'm just going to mute everyone. We can't have noise like this. If you're not getting involved, rather mute yourself or go somewhere else. Okay. Right. I'll mute just now to remind me, Clinton. We can't have that sort of thing. It's here to be. Perfect. This is important, you know. Well, I heard you then. How's that work? Okay. Oh, you're co-host, that's right. Yeah. Where was that? Yep. Losing my thread now. Okay. Because I do all the time. I've got to make sure everyone else studies. Flick through it too quickly. But pop loss or a TP. If please mute, or I don't know. I'll try and mute again. I thought I muted everybody. Allow, yeah, yes. Hope that's muted now. Okay. If it's important, then I'll unmute, but it's not for that noise in the background. If it's going to make a lot of noise in the background, sorry, do it somewhere else. Okay. Where the hell was I now? I've completely lost my thread again. Stop. Oh yeah, I haven't put a stop loss or TP in. The reason is we're not sure whether it's going to be a stop loss above or below. You can if you like, but I don't normally bother. Okay, right. If the information comes out and it's the same and not much is happening, very rare that occurs. Not the same, but not much happening. I mean, maybe we just delete both orders and go about our day. That's the end of that. A damp squib, disappointment. Sometimes it's very quick. It jumps up, then it jumps down, takes both in. Then we got an issue, I'm a fortune's sake. Nothing we do about it. If you can't get out both, you can't get stuck in one, it's an issue. We'll try and see if we can do damage limitation, but that's not what you want. What you want is for a jump in one way and maintain that, not suddenly jump back again. Right. Let's say it takes this one here, then you immediately delete the unfilled order. You don't want to leave that pending order sitting there in case it comes down, takes it, and goes back up again. Now you've got two opposite orders, a wide spacing, doing you no favors. So before you fiddle around, if that's taken in, quickly delete this one, and then I will discuss where it's been filled. Quite a lot taken first time, probably have to do it a second or third time, but have you got some idea of that? If you have all got the idea of it, well, fantastic. If you haven't, I'm more than happy to do it again. Okay. I need people to interact. Just gawking at the screen on the off chance doesn't work. You need to react and say, if I don't know, put down, I don't know, can you do it again? Otherwise, I'll assume you do know, and then you can't complain afterwards if a mess has been made of it. I know you've got it, Marcus. You're with me every day. I'm talking my guys are first time here. The people are first time here. Right, we're going to do it again. Well, all you do is how do you delete? Well, you can delete down here as you normally do when you're closing a trade. In this case, you're deleting it because you won't be in the market, or you can do it this way. Either way, if you don't know how to operate the platform, don't come anywhere near trading. It's like getting in a car when you don't know how to drive, wondering why you have an accident. You've got to have to delete pending orders, you're going to have to like close trades. I assume you know how to operate the. I can go down there, but I'm not going to do it. I'll do it on here. It's quite simple. I'm going to delete them both. I'll delete this to start with, delete, and now I'm going to delete that one. Okay. Now we're going to do it again. Good stuff. Do it again. 15-minute US dollar yen. You go double click and you change market execution to pending order. You go from buy limit to buy stop. All got that? Now your volume, like I mentioned, it's work on the premise of 80 Rand. In fact, let's play safe here. Work on the premise of 90 Rand per 0.01. From now on, I should refer to 0.01 as a micro. So it'll be the risk is 90 Rand per micro. Obviously, if you want to risk 180, you put in 2 micros, 273 micros. We're not here to teach you arithmetic, here to teach you the straddle trade. So 0.01, 1 micro is 90 Rand risk. You work out your volumes accordingly to your balance and what you're prepared to risk. Right. Next, you go to the price and you put it 10 pips, 10 pips above the buy price, the one on the right. Ignore this little figure here. Ignore it. That figure is the pips, 23. So I'm going to put in 10 above that, which is clearly 150.33. 10 pips above and place it. Okay. If you haven't got a little line there, just right click, go to trade levels and where it is 2/3 of the way down and click on it and come up. Right click and click on it again, it disappears. Get it? Right. Then you go back and you do the same thing this time with a sell stop. Change market execution to pending order. Guys, that volume should be default. If not, change the volume of the buy. You don't have 2 different volumes, obviously. Price now is going to be 10 pips below the sell price. What's the sell price? Ain't that figure? It's that figure. Make it 150.09. 150.09, that'll do. And then you place the order. See, I've got a buy, a sell. What's that? I've got the wrong one there. So too much Trying to explain that. What the hell have I done now? Okay, do it again. Right, buy stop, sell stop. Beg your pardon. Where are we? Japanese yen. What, sorry. Where were we? Okay. Market execution, pending order, sell stop. There we are. Sell stop. Got your volumes in, and it's 10 pips below. So that'll be 150.09 because that's obviously 10 pips below, and you place the order. Right. I've got an order above and below the market. I hope you see the concept where we're going with this. If this gets taken out, I'm going to delete that and run with this, and I'll discuss where to put the stop in. If it happens the other way around, come shooting down here, hopefully shoots down there, hey, I'll delete that one and we'll talk about putting what you call it in a stop loss in. Could come out as expected. Some people look at me as if it's my fault. I haven't got a cooking clue what's going to happen. Nobody in the world does, including Jerome Powell. Nobody does. We don't know what the reaction is going to be. If it comes out the same and you have a little reaction, we delete both. It might whipsaw. That's not good, but we can't help that. Okay. All I can say is we have had more success than lack of success, but we can't guarantee it in this market. So it can be quite profitable if we get some success out of it. So that's how you do it. And then we wait till the release half past. For about 24, 25 minutes past, you can start entering the straddle trade. Then we just count the time down to half past release, and then we take it from there. Are we all good with that? I can't do that, music. I'm showing it on here. I can't start typing out. I'm showing it on here. It's 10 pips above and below. I can't make it any more straightforward than that. 10 above that, 25 and 10 below that. It's as simple as that. Well, what do you think, Tawanda? I'm going to invest in a $10 million business, and you're going to invest in a $100 business. Who do you think is going to make more money? Okay. Just going to move this down a bit. I don't want to get filled. Just going to move this out of the way. Don't you what I'm doing? Don't worry about it, guys. Just stick to whatever. Okay. Got it. I'll do it once more just to make sure, and then we can start to go to the next step. Okay, just delete these. Right. Remember. What the fuck? No. Where's it gone? Oh, that's better. Right. 50-minute chart. Zoom out so you can see what's going on. Double click on there. Bit slow today. Maybe my internet's kicking up again. But hang on, just put my router on in case of a situation. Okay, right. Right, where was I? Yeah, market execution, change it to pending order. Then you start off with a buy stop. What is it? How many pips? Put your volume in, make sure it's correct. 90 Rand per 0.01. Right? Now the price is 10 pips above. So we're going to put it 10 pips above the buy price, which is on the right. That says 20, so I'm going to put in 150.30. And then place the order. See, there's above the market. I'm going to go now to the yen again. Double click, open up the thing, which is taking all day. Market execution, pending order. Change that to the sell stop. Make sure your volumes are the same as the other one. Price 10 pips below the sell price. That could be 150.04. 150.04. And then what is stop? Yeah, stop. Don't bother that, do we? That's right. And then you place the order. See what I mean? 10 above, 10 below. All good? Yeah, you need quite. I totally agree, with Marcus. You need the right. You need the quite equipment to do the job. People trying to, compete with not the proper equipment is always going to be uphill struggle. All got it now. Good stuff. What's the time? 20 past. Yeah, so it's not no big rush yet. Have we all got that? Anybody else not got it? It's important. Don't try and place the order. You haven't got the concept here. Could end up in tears. Hope you've all got the idea now. No, okay, not Apple Cart. It might intervene at 151. I forgot about that. That's 150 already. Good point there. I don't think so this stage. Then we'll concentrate on that. We shall see. It might help our cause if the dollar weakens, it comes off, and then they won't intervene at all. But that's what they voted for. If you want to do the euro dollar, fair enough, Gerard. Good man, good man, good lady, Summer. They went over to 151 last time. They'll be threatened again, but not sure they'll do it this time. Hope not. Good, but take it. Don't start putting the fear of goodness and gracious into everyone, Gerard. But if you want, you do the euro dollar. Okay. Yes, correct. Correct, Merrill. Absolutely. All good. Anybody else? I know how to do it now. You've all got it. Buy stop 10 above, sell stop 10 below. Place the order. Don't worry about stop loss TP. One covers the other one, and then we'll work out what to do next after data release. Okay. Get in any pair you like. I'm using a dollar yen. Use that if you like. Want to use the euro dollar, you can. There's no must about it. It's just they didn't use this. We did euro dollar last time because the guy, the trader, says, I said, put up the vote. What do you want to use this time? The majority said dollar yen, so we can do it. Aha. Actually, we laugh, but it's a bloody war at times. It's a fight for. What are you fighting for? I'm fighting for Pip, sir. Bloody hell, mate, they're talking rubbish here. Get this out of the way before we get solid in here. Come on. Not fighting for freedom, but fighting for Pips, eh? The new slogan. Sorry, guys, don't worry about internet connection. I'm just going to swap over, but we've got a bit of a moment to go. So we won't just over to the other one. Just give me a second. Don't know why it's kicking up lately. Hope I've all got you back now.
Yes, Roger.
Good, thank goodness for that. Hey, hang on, what's going on here? Have I been taken in now? Oh, that's my problem. Oh, no, it ain't. A panic job there. Some reason the route the last couple of days or so has been more stable in my fiber. It's supposed to be the other way around. Actually, good point. What are you side the route? Hang on, thought of you there, Clinton. Sorry, your voice is the trigger, of course. Have it outside. Better reception. Use any account you like, my friend. Any account you like. The lev's got to do with it. fact, you should actually study up what actual pros and cons of leverage. I'm not sure everyone understands what leverage actually means. Oh, you must do. Keep it at 10 bits above below. I'm keeping it there. Some people are not that skilled. That's why I say start placing the order a little bit later. But those are another platforms that I can point you half an hour before because they just move it up and down. But probably later because the mind might wander. I have to go off the loo and one gets filled. We don't want to get either get filled before the data release. That's the bottom line. Make sure, by the way, Simbarashi, if that's pronounced properly, you've got enough money in your account to make use of it. It's 90 Rand a micro. Make sure you've got enough margin in your account to make use of it. Remember, you always got to keep free margin. You can't enter a trade if you've got very little free margin. You must have free margin, or your trades will be closed for you, whether you like it or not. That's called a margin call. If you're not sure the margin call is, write it down and Google it. Very important. People getting margin calls and think we're stopping playing around their accounts to up. No, if you don't have enough free margin, you can't trade. Okay, very important. Okay, hope you all understand that. Even if you've got a lot of money in your account, if you have about 10 different trades and you haven't got very little free margin, doesn't matter. You'll get margin calls if it runs out. Basically, got to keep money in your account, not all the market. That's all clear. So time, I can't show anyone this again. Hope you've all got it now. I've got enough time. I hope, oh, sorry, my mistake, sorry. Start placing your orders, guys. Forgot to mention that, but make sure you've got enough time to do it. Place your orders now. Carefully concentrate on placing your orders properly so it's ready. Got 4 minutes to do it before the release. We don't want half cocked, half one in and not the other. Get them both in now. Yes, thank you, Vilna. I do beg your pardon. I forgot. Thank you. Yeah. Place them both now. Okay, got that, guys? Place your orders now. Make sure, don't rush it. Make sure they're right. Get your volumes right. Buy stop, sell stop, 10 above, 10 below, and make sure they're placed and ready. Don't rush it. Concentrate. Ignore me. I'm just talking background. Welcome, Chris. I thought you were going to make it one stage. Working too damn hard. I'm a union man. I'm going to work with your boss. We'll all go on strike. Let's ease your hours up. Only joking. I've had to mute everyone because so much background noise, but if someone wants to speak, probably better after the event, actually. And then I'll mute. Okay, you got that, guys? I hope you're placing your orders now. We don't want you half-cocked orders in before. Yep. Lie, it's actually 1 minute, 29 seconds to go. You said it's 1:40. That's the old joke about the guy wandering around asking everyone all the time, wondering why he's getting a different answer all the time, eh? 1 minute. Build up tension is Mr. Abbott. Clinton, some join now. It shows how to do the mechanics 10 seconds before the release. Sorry about that. And
Yep.
time. Don't forget, if one gets filled, delete the other one. Delete this one quickly before it gets filled. Delete it. All right. There we go. Dollar's obviously weakened. Just wait for the information to come through. Where the hell is it now? 150 opposed to 180. Lower than expected, so it's less inflationary, a bit of a weaker dollar. Right, where can we put the stop? Where to get in at round about the 150 mark, 20 mark, about 30 pips above market. You can put a stop loss you want. You can make it at 150.20. 150.20. There you are, guys. We can adjust it later on, but at least you're protected in case something daft happens. I've been in the market a long time, and sometimes funny things do happen. Okay, should all be in profit. If you're in a loss, you've done something definitely wrong. Should all be in a profit. Probably about 30 odd pips, maybe a scratch more with a jumping around. It will jump around, don't panic. A lot of guys will be taking profit, the what we call the high speed, very, very short term traders. They'll be closing some of their unfilled orders and maybe clearing out, wait for a jump and go back in again. Okay. It takes a bit of time for the dollar index to sort of respond to it. I'll check on the other one. Hadn't responded yet. It does often take a little bit of a moment or two, but it should be blue. If you placed it properly, it should be blue. If you're in red, you definitely did something wrong. So what's now 57? You can start move stop down a bit. Where do we get in at? 150 odd. Yeah, you can bring it down to 40 pips away. Yeah, bring it down to break evens. And even if not your first, you need to take the risk out of it and then see if we can milk some more out of it. Hope you all got that. Bring your stop down to entry. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to platform training. This is something you've got to know. You shouldn't be trained if you don't know these basics. Very dangerous on your bank balance. Okay. Might get a bit of bobbing around, probably bump up a bit, profit taking, then maybe a bit more. We shall see. But anyway, if you get down to 150, you might make nothing, but at least you won't lose if you get it down to entry. Okay. Any questions, guys? Got your stop in, hopefully modified to entry. You're protected. You can relax a bit and then take your profit, come off a bit more. Depends what you want to run with. Good question. I don't want to get too cute with it because the end's still pretty weak on this one. Try 149, but modify your stop. It's a bit of a guesswork on that. 149 is more guesswork than anything else. It might not get there, it might go through, I don't know. But the end is still pretty weak. There's a bit momentary weakness of the dollar, and how long it's going to be sustained. So you can have a bash at 149, but rather modify down the stop until you get stopped out, you know. Any questions, guys? Or I'll phrase that. Anyone in the wrong side of it? Anyone actually in the red on this? Because I'd like to know how you managed to do that. And we can correct it for next time. Anybody in a trade now and actually losing money? Well, it's entirely up to you. I can't predict what the market's going to do. It might pop up, stop you out, might continue down. It's entirely up to you. The length of time of the market is impossible to tell. It depends on so many variables. You might think, it's going to go further down. I'll hang on a bit, or I'm a bit nervous. It might go up. I'll take it. I suggest bring your stop loss to break even, then you can't lose. Worse, you break even. If it goes down further, you make a bit more money. That when you take the profits, entirely up to you. That will be me. You didn't lose on this, Chris. What are you talking about? How'd you manage to do that? Oh, well done, Gerard. Good stuff. Okay, you're on the Eurodollar. That's fair enough. Good enough. Well, what did you do wrong? Above and below. One got triggered, not the other one. Do you put a buy limit instead of a buy stop in? You might have got the wrong pending order in. You might have put a buy stop, a buy limit, sell limit or something. I don't know what you did because there's no stop loss or TP in the order to protect you by pricing the wrong order. You know what I mean? So it should have been a buy stop, sell stop. Was that it? Try and find out what you did wrong, and then we can discuss in the training room on Monday. Because clearly you did something wrong. Everyone else, including myself, are in the blue on this one. You're in the NAS. Don't do the NAS because unless you've done the NAS before, you know what you're doing. Don't. It's a much wider spread, far more volatile. It's not 10 pips on the NAS, it's 25 because the spread's different. We're talking about this one. If you copied exactly the same on the NAS you did in this one, it's not going to work for you. If you're not sure, follow what we're doing in this session here. I've a feeling you put 10 above and 10 below on the NAS. It's a completely different setup than NAS. If you're not sure of that, rather stick to this one. But I'm not talking to Sol. I'm talking about Chris. Chris went wrong. You didn't. You're not talking to you, Sol. I'm talking about Chris. Hope you delete your other order. We don't want your buy order sitting unfilled in the market. Hope you've all delete your buy order. Okay, that's fine, Merrill. Well, it's not a bad way to have a Friday afternoon, make a quick buck. Hey, nice one, Merrill. Well done. Okay, Neo, good stuff. Made a couple of bucks quickly. Great. You're suffering, Chris, hearing all this, eh? Okay, we will discuss it. I can't do it now. We'll discuss it on Monday if you're in the trading room then. Okay, good stuff. You see, that's fine. You close, that's fine. Any other questions, guys? It's important. It's entirely up to you. I can't make that call. I'm holding on for a bit, hoping, but I might be wrong. It might suddenly bounce up and you wish you'd gone out. Timing entry, getting out, closing the order, entirely up to you. No one given the exact point. Gonna leave it. Now that's I don't know if you've done this before. It's quite an interesting comment you made there. If you got your stop modifying to break even or in a couple of pips profit, worst you can do is not make much money on it, or you can make a lot more. It's taking the risk out of the trade. You can think clearer. But that sounds like a guy who's done it before, using a large amount of common sense and thinking. But yeah, here you deal, big time. Yeah, with all due respect, you've done this before, so yeah, I get that. Well done, Dion. I have to say I'm impressed. That's good thinking. That's what it's about. Just think, a lot of it's common sense. You don't have to be a bloody PhD or a professor, common sense. Yeah. You take the risk out, that means your heartbeat's going to come down. You know what I mean? You can't lose in the trade. You modified it, like mentioned, into break even, or just better than break even, not much. So you give a nice wide area. You need a wide area between the stop loss. Don't get it too close. You get stopped out. And then worse, you get a break even or make a brand or two. And best, you might make a decent Tom. If you can't take the strain, close it. Or you can close half of it. If you've got more than one micro, close half of it. Or you can place a trading stop. Yeah, sure. But these things can be learnt in the platform training. Clinton does it. Interact with him. What do you mean partially close your position? And go ask him. He's there to be asked. Say, how do I do that? And he'll show you. But people sit there and they play on Facebook and then they wonder why they don't know. Those are important stuff. Although playing on Facebook can be fun. I get that. But that's actually quite positive that Dion just said it's the first time he's done it. Well, if you can think a little bit like that, just shows it's not horrendously complicated, just takes a bit of thinking. First time he's ever done it. They're quite impressed with that fact. But yeah, let it run. It might get a hell of a lot out. It might get down to 140. It might even get better. If it starts continuing down, the dollar looks incredibly weak. Don't leave your TP at 149. Maybe make it 148.50 or 148. And then either put a trading stop in and modify your stop down. So you might get more at it. If you don't, what the pleasure? You get stopped out in a profit anyway. If you're getting very nervous, you got more than one micro, you might want to bank one or two and let the others run. You don't have to close the entire position. What are we in now? We're about 50 pips profit, so you can get a bit more out of it. I'm surprised it's not been a bit more bouncing. A lot of guys, what they happen then is comes off it and then they close and it goes up a bit, but seems to be very little bouncing up so far. I don't attempt fate. It seems to be fairly continuing down. And look how interesting this is. It was only 30,000 below the expected. The last time it was double the expected. We didn't get any like this reaction. So always remember, it's not a hard and fast rule whether it's above or below. It depends on the market reaction of the human beings around the world out there, how they react to it. And some can be very strange, 30,000 difference. And look at that. Last time we did it was at double, about 180,000. Ridiculous amount of difference. 336 or something like that. And expect about 200 or whatever it was. I can't remember. They expect. And it moved, made a couple of bucks, but not 10 times more than we're doing at the moment. So it just shows. Doing all right if you're still in, guys. Hey, doing okay. And if you want to place a trailing stop, you can do that as well. That's all platform trading. Remember, people get involved in this, but we lay on platform training for you, and it's a vital part. Don't drive a car if you don't know how to change a gear. And when you're on the road, it's no good calling up, say, how do I change gear? It's a bit late then. Any questions, guys? Not much else I can say. It's requested. It does indeed, eh? It's a pretty good war room, hey? Are we happy, guys? Do we get the idea? Are we good? And if you're not or you're unhappy, don't blame me. Blame Clinton. It's all his fault. Are you still there, Clinton?
Yes, I'm still here.
He has. That's what he gets paid for, not to do a job, but to put up with me.
Definitely.
Definitely. Good stuff. Some of them names Isaac. Call you. I can pronounce that. Good stuff, Isaac. Super happy. That's what I hear. Not happy. Let's not understate the course. Super happy. Great stuff. Oh, he's innocent. See, Moosey came to your defense there, Clinton, to the bully named under the name of Mr. R.
Thanks, Muzzy. Appreciate it.
By the way, it's not your fault. I was dropped as a kid. The brain damage is excessive. No, actually, I've got a very strong sense of ridiculous. It's banter. When it goes well, I start to babble a little BS, to be honest, because it's my way of saying I'm happy about it. And not just me, I'm talking about me, I'm talking about you guys. It's great when I see good stuff like that happen. When you hear me bantering sensically, it means good things are happening. Good stuff. Now I've all got you hooked on the heroin of trading. Do it on CPI release. I think it's week after next, Wednesday or Thursday. We'll update you on that. We'll do another session there. Cross fingers. Hope we get the same reaction. Woes our Friday. I like it, Brian. Good stuff, Tawanda. Fantastico. I know a guy called Tawanda. He's from Zimbabwe. I wonder if you're a Zim guy. You see, there you are, Dion. Yeah, I just thought to give it a chance. Let's not just panic. Let's try and ride the thing. Because that's often the problem. People, when they start trading, they're so scared of the ups and downs. See a bit of a profit, they take it. When it goes against them, they hold on because they don't want to take the loss. So they end up taking a 100-unit loss and 5 and 10 pip profits, which means they've got to win a hell of a lot of trades to make up the one they lose on. It's such a mental game, this. It plays the emotions big time. That's the major hassle to go to control somehow. I'm not that good at myself, so I'm not getting too clever there. Good stuff, Nabuli. Join us in the trading room. Get to learn more of the normal trading then. Okay, guys, see you. Sorry about that, Chris. Forget the surname now. The other Chris that you somehow put the order in wrong. Maybe we'll get it right when we do it again on the CPI because it's a pit because this is quite a nice one. Well, I just to wonder because I knew a guy from called Tawanda from Zimbabwe, so I'm just taking a guess. Absolutely, Marcus. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm thinking because it's so successful, making a charge for it. And just not a big one, just a normal one, about 10,000 Rand to join the session. What do you reckon, Marcus? Do you think it's a good idea? We'll split the profit. What about that for an idea, eh? See, I'm a good mood because I'm talking unadulterated bloody rubbish. 50K. You beat me, Marcus. All right, I can talk nonsense. Wow. 50K, guys. Would be worth it if you made 100, though, eh? Right. Good question there, Vilna. Good question. This is more sensible now. One four. They can't be 116. Oh, the TP down. Sorry, beg your pardon. Sorry, Vilna. Thought put the stop. You can't. Okay. Actually, make it. I think if it's going this far, it might get to the round figure. Try 149, and it will start moving the stop loss down. Now it's doing well. Bring the stop loss down to 149.55. 149.55, and get your TP at 149, and then either call it a day or move your. If it starts looking going through there, move your TP down and ride it. Ride the winner, not just ride the loser. Everyone seems to love doing. But yeah, I can maybe make it 55. Your stop loss, 55. Then you're going to make a profit, whatever happens. And if you want to knock off, go on the town or whatever you do on a Friday night, whatever happens, when you wake up tomorrow, you're either a big profit or a profit of lesser proportions. Now, that's a good mathematician, Marcus. We'll split it evenly. I get the biggest half. That's a good idea, Marcus. Yeah. A little joke. Let's split it evenly. I get the bigger half. Okay, guys. Okay. One, yeah, in case you stopped out, get rid of it. No, it's starting to move up a bit. Get back 149.55 or 149.60, something like that. You build in a profit, whatever happens, and maybe it'll get to 149. We don't know. Oh, NK, that is enough for you, is it? That's pretty bloody good. That's pretty bloody good. Well, sodding done. Now you'll be able to pay alimony to your ex-wife, eh? Just joking. Well done, NK. Marcus. Absolutely. Actually, I'm a bit deaf. I'm not. My sight's gone down a bit. Say that again. Brilliant. Thanks, Ed. The way I'm going, I think I'm going to get promoted from mastermind to Mr. Mind. How that? I can't forget this being recorded, being put out there. I thought, what's this bloody nut of a host talking about? We get quite a bit of banter in the trading room, so excuse me, guys. A lot of the guys are regular from the trading room, so they got to know and stuff for me. Okay, guys. Anything else before we close up? Fantastic, Celine. Hope your mother got sorted out on with somebody giving her a shout. And yeah, all good. Albertus, that's right. Chris will try and sort it on Monday. I don't know what happened there. It's a bit of a pity. Peter, well, we got another chance to CPI. So it's give other opportunities, whet your appetite to be that way. Yes, Chris, because you're pretty good on the old finger there. If you're very quick with the finger, you can do a couple of them. Well done. Okay, good stuff. Right. Well, catch you Monday morning, those who can make it. And the CPI if you can't. No, it's twice a month for the afternoon session, non-farm payrolls, and the US CPI follows sometimes a week, a little bit longer, depending. Usually around about the middle of the month, but we'll update you. If you got, by the way, if I don't know what money you got in your account, if you've got 2.5 grand or more, that's a good point. If you've got 2.5 grand or more in your account, you can WhatsApp me. I'll add you to my VIP group where you get trading signals fresh off the press on the WhatsApp well, not more important, but quite important as well, daily economic updates, and you're updated all the time for the next economic release that we will do. We do 2 sessions a month, and we'll notify you as to when, but keep an eye on the CPI, and I do a trade room 9:30, 11 Monday to Friday. I just put my name up there. Please, only for guys who've got 2,500 rand or equivalent in dollars or more. I'm trying to get people off the idea they can trade with very small amounts of money. It's too limiting. There you are. Just WhatsApp me if you've got 2.5 grand or more and you're not already on my setup. And then, yeah, then I'll add you to my group. Cheers. Okay, all good, guys?
Enjoy the weekend.
Thanks very much. Stop the share. I'll give you a few moments to put the number down if you need it. Thanks, Dieter. Got it? Okay, guys, I'm closing off now. I should have the number there. Cheers. Catch you hopefully the training on Monday. Cheers, guys.